Ashley Williams here with guard for the Dallas Wings now. Skylar Diggins, you're here for your Shoot for the Sky tour and you're in Portland right now. How's your tour been?
I'd say it's been great.
Before I kind of came to this camp, I was kind of wondering how you chose your staff. Now I'm seeing you very family oriented. How has that brought your family together, being able to do something like this so big with the with some of the places? One more thing, you're just really involved in this camp. I know sometimes athletes, whether it be basketball, any other sport, they have camps and their names are kind of thrown on the camp, and you might do autographs or take pictures, but you really do all the drills. Why is that important to you?
I think it's important to.
With Central Catholic being the reigning 6A football champions in Oregon, it is to no surprise that the stacked program of the University of Oregon has two of the Rams' finest heading their way next fall. Spotlighted today is senior Lamar Winston, who is not only a multi-position utility football player, but also a dynamic athlete on the basketball court. Join me, Ashley Williams, and Lamar Winston for our interview on Oregon Sportsbeat Elite. Yeah, you played with a lot of teammates who either go to Oregon or, played against them, and you have a current teammate now. So was that like a little swing in it, or?
Brady.
So you are labeled as a team, so just athlete, Usually people are running back, wide receiver, whatever, but you're listed as that, and I think that's a good thing because you can play all different positions. How does that make you feel?
I love.
Do you ever get nervous playing in front of all these scouts? I know you have a lot of schools looking at you, and you're young, you're a junior, you have a lot of time to decide, but do you get nervous? Does it feel good to be comfortable playing with your teammates? You're a junior, a couple of the other leaders are juniors and sophomores, even freshmen. How does that feel to have, a good surrounding team that you're coming back to next year?
I mean, it's always been like.
Around all these players who have amazing talent like yourself, how do you kind of distinguish yourself and set yourself apart? So you're originally from Alabama, and you're committed to go to Michigan State. I know that you are involved a lot in your community and your church. How is that going to be transitioning away from home into a new place? The 2016 Nike Hoop Summit, I'm here with head coach for the World Team, Roy. 6th year being the head coach. When you come back to the event, what's the thing that stands out the most for you? When you approach practices, what are things that you really are kind of asking for from the guys? How do you think tomorrow's going to go? I know the world team's always very strong. Also have a very stacked U.S. team this time around as well.
Yeah, it's
been injured for, the whole season.
Right.
But you're still getting invited to the Nike Hoop Summit or to the Jordan Brand Classic. How does that make you feel as a player on kind of how you're viewed?
Right. It's an honor just because, they say.
Do you feel like a player still, even though you're kind of in maybe a coaching role or like an observing role? Do you still feel like you're a part of the team?
Yes. And
How important, you kind of used it off and on during the game, but how important was your full court press and your trap defense?
It's very important. We do that.
A couple of your guys made great plays in that fourth quarter. Cunningham, Chapman, and they're sophomores.
Yeah.
How does that feel to have such a young core on your team?
Not surprised at all. That's what these guys.
A ton of hustle from both sides, your team, the other team. But fouling was a little bit of an issue, not necessarily how many fouls, but the timing of the fouls.
Exactly. Yeah, we got.
You played in the USA camp this summer for Nike, and you also just got selected for the Nike Hoop Summit as well. How does that make you feel from what you've just been through as a player?
it's showing that
You can get one thing out of this high school season you have before you are in college at that next level. What do you want that to be?
a championship.
Ashley Williams here, featuring today on Sportsbeat Elite is senior of David Douglas High School, Charles Jones. Although the talented guard did make the 6A first-team All-State as a junior, some may consider him underrated when it comes to being heavily recruited due to academic conflicts in his early years of high school. I sat down with Charles to discuss the hard work he has put on, and especially off the court, to create his well-deserved future.
So I know that in your younger years, like your freshman, sophomore year, academically you kind of, went through some things. And I know high school is hard. It's a tough transition for anyone to go through. How did you kind of get back from that? I realized that you now are on track. What were some of the things that helped you get back on? The big difference in high school and college is that you actually get to go to school for what you want to go for. What is something that you are interested in, or what do you want to major in, if you know?
Yeah. I want to major in biology. I just always
to being on the USA team and representing U.S. throughout your youth years, and also just in events like this. How does this event rank up to other events that you've been a part of? How is playing with a lot of these guys that you will be playing with next year? I know you have at least 2 teammates right now. How special is that? I know that you guys went to the Blazer game last night, and a couple of the Blazers obviously were in here. We're in the facility. How cool is it to be recognized by, well, some Duke alum too, Gerald Henderson, and just Blazers? They know who you are. They want to take pictures with you and meet you guys. You just came off a win against Lake Oswego, and the head coach of that team, coach under you. How was that, seeing him in a different element when he has full reins to a team?
Yeah, that was.
Just wanted to ask specifically about Markel. When did you see him bloom into the player he is now? I mean, I know he played JV as a sophomore, so now it's just he's bloomed into this huge player. When did you see that change?
Well, I've known